Welcome to Sacred Echoes of India. In this segment, we are about to explore a remarkable chapter of history. India's contribution to the birth of Bangladesh as an independent nation in 1971. The birth of Bangladesh as an independent nation in 1971 marked a significant turning point. Yet the path to that freedom was riddled with challenges. India's crucial role in this journey is widely recognized, given its long land border with Bangladesh. Interestingly, people from Bangladesh exhibited a strong affinity for Kolkata over Karachi, highlighting the deep cultural connections that bound them with India. The historical decision by the British to place East Bangladesh within Pakistan's jurisdiction turned out to be a regrettable choice. Despite limited cultural affinities between Bangladesh and Pakistan, except for religion, cultural ties with India, especially West Bengal, Assam, and Tripura, remain strong. The Mukti Bahini, recognized as the Bangladesh Forces, operated as a guerrilla resistance movement during the events. The Mukti Bahini was divided into two factions. The Niyamito Bahini, composed of personnel from East Pakistan's paramilitary, military and police forces, and the Gono Bahini, consisting of civilian individuals. These labels were conferred and delineated by the government of Bangladesh. Due to the devastating effects of famine and the actions of the Pakistan Army, a staggering 10 million Bengali refugees sought asylum in neighboring India. The conflict ignited an unparalleled sense of solidarity across the Bengali-speaking community. The Indian media and people provided strong support to the Bengalis and Mukti Bahini. In April 1971, Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi authorized diplomatic, economic, and military assistance to the Bangladesh forces. The Provisional Government of Bangladesh established a secretariat in exile in Calcutta. The Indian Armed Forces played a significant role by offering extensive training and access to their bases for the Bangladesh forces. India allowed the Mukti Bahini to cross the border at their discretion, while the Soviets eventually adopted a more sympathetic stance in favor of India, culminating in the signing of the 1971 Peace and Friendship Treaty. The Americans took a contrasting approach. Henry Kissinger chose to back Pakistan in 1971, partly because he wanted to use Pakistan to reach out to China. The US even sent its navy to help Pakistan attack India, but the Soviet Union blocked them with its submarines and warned that any attack on India would be considered an attack on the Soviet Union. This incident shows how the Soviet Union and the US supported different sides in the war. After this conflict, the relationship between India and the Soviet Union flourished and strengthened. The US, on the other hand, exploited Pakistan for its own benefits, such as getting closer to China or fighting in Afghanistan. In recent years, the US has changed its stance and tried to woo India to counter China's growing influence. In contrast, the Soviet Union consistently stood by India as a loyal friend. India's long-standing relationship with Russia may be hard for some Western countries to understand. Looking at history and considering their own choices of supporting or favoring Pakistan and China over the past 4 decades, one can better understand why India finds it difficult to place trust in many Western nations. France is an exception as it has supported India consistently. It was the only country that did not sanction India after its nuclear tests in 1998. After the treaty was signed, India increased its support for the Mukti Bahini. Witnessing the refugees' grave physical condition and listening to their stories of suffering, Indira Gandhi decisively chose to take a bold stance. She bravely chose to support Bangladesh in that critical time, despite significant risks. The outcomes of the war had distinct effects on the three nations involved. India's victory not only marked a significant moment in its foreign policy, but also underscored its expanded role on the global stage. Numerous countries, including the United States, recognized that the balance of power in South Asia had shifted towards India. At the same time, Bangladesh became a free country, establishing its independence. The journey of Bangladesh towards independence in 1971 is proof of the power of resilience, unity, and the resolute determination of the people seeking their own destiny. Today, Bangladesh stands as a symbol of progress and hope, honoring its rich history while looking forward to a bright future. Thanks for joining us today to acknowledge this significant chapter in history. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insightful videos. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.